Back here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM, your home for the Jacksonville Jaguars, and we are glad you are with us. Rookie minicamp for the Jaguars this upcoming weekend. That will include 7th-round pick Jonah Monheim of the Southern California Trojans, who the Jaguars picked last week in the NFL Draft. Let's get some insights on Jonah from a man that knows him very well, that is the head coach of USC, Coach Lincoln Riley. Coach, how we doing?
We're doing great. Thanks for having me on this morning.
Hey, Coach, thank you so much for joining us. All right, 7th-round pick, Jonah Monheim. We know about the versatility. We know about center, right guard, right tackle. We'll break all that down with you. But first and foremost, Coach, what kind of player did the Jaguars draft with Jonah Monheim?
Well, Jacksonville just got a heck of a player, and frankly, I think he was just massively underdrafted, in my opinion. This guy is probably the smartest offensive lineman that I've ever worked with at any of the stops. His mind for the game, his ability to process and understand schemes and defenses and adjustments, and it's incredibly impressive. And then to have the ability to play, like you said, start, at all three levels of an offensive line, at tackle, at right guard, at center. He started at left tackle as well. I mean, you just rarely find guys that both mentally and physically can do that at a place, especially like a place like USC. And so, he just brings so much to the table there. And then I think the last thing is, Jacksonville's getting an incredible leader. This is the kind of guy you want in your locker room. This is the kind of guy that wins, that has that. He just kind of has that DNA and that way about him and that work ethic and that humility that is going to lead to success. So, everybody in Jacksonville is going to be very, very happy that Jonah Monheim is a Jaguar.
In your line of work, again, Coach Lincoln Riley here with us, you certainly know how tough it is to play tackle, guard, center. But for the average fan, Coach, just talk about that aspect of the versatility. I mean, that is not an easy thing to do.
No, it's not, because you look at a tackle skill set, and you got to be able to move out there on the edge against some of the best athletes, and you've got to be able to hold your own out there. And the ability to do it on both the right and left side, to me, was really impressive. I mean, I tell people, like, if you were to play golf and then you're a right-handed golfer and all of a sudden you want to go out there and try to play left-handed, I mean, that's essentially what it feels like. I mean, everything is in reverse. And for him to have the ability to do both, especially against some of the competition that we face and that the guys that we compete against, and to be one of the best linemen, in our league here for multiple years in a row, was super impressive. And then obviously moves inside, where the game gets even more physical. You're playing against bigger, stronger, heavier players. And he was not only able to hold his own, but go in there and be really successful. Then transition into center, where now, in addition to all those things we just talked about, you have to make all the line calls. You have to snap the ball accurately. It's just rare to find somebody that could do. It's rare to find somebody who could do two of them. So somebody like this, brings so much value to an organization where, obviously, in the NFL, the rosters are smaller and every spot is even more important.
Coach, he played center for you at Southern Cal last year. Do you think that's the best place for him in the National Football League, in your opinion?
I do. I mean, if you had to pick one, I do. And that was part of our reasoning for moving him in there was, we wanted it fit our team. And then we also felt like it was going to help his career as he got ready to progress to the NFL. And so I do think it will be. And I think because he's only played 1 year of center, I think he's going to continue to get better and better and better at it. But it takes advantage of how smart he is. It takes advantage of his movement skills, and as he's learned to play, with a better base and play out of his hips more, you'll see the physicality just continue to grow like it did for us. So, but the great thing is, if you get in a pinch or you need him at other places, like he'll be able to slide in and do that effortlessly.
Couple of more for the head coach of USC, Lincoln Riley, with us here on 1010XL in Jacksonville. James Gladstone, coach, the GM here in Jacksonville, talks about intangibly rich. He wants to bring guys with intangibly rich aspects of their game to the Jaguars. Speak outside of Jonah as far as we know the guard, center, tackle versatility. What kind of intangibles will Jonah bring to the Jaguar organization?
I mean, it's not even a home run; it's a grand slam in that regard. I mean, this guy's intangibles are off the charts. He'll be one of the hardest workers in the building. He'll learn that system so fast. He'll bring a great attitude each and every day. He's going to play through. He's going to play through injuries. He's going to be a great teammate. He's gonna push people in that locker room to be better and help get the best out of them. So this guy's intangibles are off the charts. I mean, he's truly one of those guys that when you coach him, you'll say, well, I wish we had 10 more just like him. I mean, he's that kind of guy. So just a foundational, certainly was a foundational piece for us. And I think Jacksonville is going to find him, see him very much in that same regard as time goes on.
And what a cool aspect for Jonah. I'm sure you've talked to him since he was drafted. The fact that Tony Boselli gave him the call to ask him to be a Jaguar, one of the best USC linemen of all time, that had to be a thrill for Jonah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, just to cap off getting drafted, which is all of these guys' dream. For a great Trojan like Tony to be able to make that call, one of the best offensive linemen in history, Hall of Famer now. I mean, just that was like icing on the cake, and shows you how strong, obviously, the USC brotherhood is, and the history of this program and its success level, both at the college level, but also obviously all the success of guys that have gone on the NFL and become some of the greats. So I know that took a special moment for Jonah and made it even better.
Final moments with Lincoln Riley. Coach, for you, from your days at Oklahoma to now Southern Cal, I mean, you've certainly sent a lot of guys to the NFL, but it's got to still be such a thrill for you when you see these guys accomplish their dreams.
Oh, it is. It's one of the best days of the year. Being around those guys and seeing them get that phone call is really special, especially when you have guys like Jonah that have invested in it the way they have and been so selfless and such, tough, really productive players. It's awesome to get that opportunity. So that is one feeling that no matter how many times you do it or no matter how many guys we send to the NFL, that's one feeling that'll never get old.
Coach, leave us with this. How did the spring go for you guys? How are things looking for USC football here in 2025?
We're excited. There's just a ton of momentum around this program. We've had a really good spring. Have really continued to make some really positive roster changes, and feel like this roster is really getting in a tremendous place. We've got the number one recruiting class in the country in this upcoming class, the 2026 class, which is obviously very exciting. And we're getting ready to move into a new football facility here within the next year that'll be one of the best in college football. So a lot of momentum around this program, and it's been a fun build up to this point, but it's time to win now, and we're excited about kind of the point we're at and where this thing's headed.
Lincoln Riley, the head coach of USC, kind enough to join us here to shed a little insight on newest Jaguar, Jonah Monheim. Coach, I know how incredibly busy you are. Thank you for taking time out. We'll talk again soon, pal.
Sounds great. Thanks for having me.
Hey, Mia here, and thanks so much for watching 1010XL Jaguars. For even more coverage of the Big Cats, be sure to subscribe to 1010XL Jaguars.